From the California Institute of Technology have announced that they finally have solid evidence for a Planet X, a true ninth planet on the edge of our solar system.
Couldn't even see the whole planet. I could only see like about a quarter of the planet.
And you couldn't see the whole planet. You could see maybe like 2/3 of it.
And I knew that it was just way, way bigger than the Earth. And it was really close. Like I could see all of the squirrely lines, everything.
Stripes. Like it was just striped. It was like these red and cloudy looking stripes. So this is pretty much really, really close to what that planet looked like. I want to say that I don't remember having this like bluish tint here or this yellowy tint. It was mostly this color and this color. That's what the planet looked like.
And in the sky I saw a shield and it began to flicker.
And the planet was blinking in and blinking out, you know. And I'm like, is somebody playing games?
This thing was moving. It was moving from east to west. As a fact, it was moving from east to west because my brother's windows face east and south. So the east window is when I first saw it. So it kept moving. It was moving west, so I had to move to the south window so that I could move it, so I could watch it move across over to the west.
And looked like a planet had appeared in the center of the earth, but from wherever you was in the earth, everybody could see this planet.
Oh my gosh, what I saw move in front of my window was this massive, massive, massive planet looking like thing.
I could see a red planet, and the red planet was approaching, and it was very large.
It scared me because it looked like it was about to hit us. It was so close, and I felt fear. Like, what is going on? Like, that planet is right there. Like, it took up almost the whole sky.
I see this huge planet, and it was like almost half. It took up almost half the sky, maybe like 1/3 of the sky.
And we're talking humongous, like it's covering the entire sky.
Yeah, it was very, very large. It basically took up a large part of the sky. You could see it very, very clearly.
Black and red planet.
It was very dark. It was black and red.
This black and red planet, the black on this planet was so black, it looked like you could stick your hand through it.
When I looked out the window, I looked up, and I seen this large, big, fiery planet. It had craters in it. and it was on fire.
I could see the ribbons of fire that are jumping off of this planet.
It was like orange red, but it was like smoking hot.
And I just seen this big old fiery planet.
But you could see the lava and stuff.
We started getting hot, like really hot, and I remember my shoulders burning, and it was almost like I could feel, you know, like feel the heat on me, that my shoulder was actually really hot, like something that you would move away from.
I could feel the heat emanating from it.
And I could hear the crackling of like a fireplace, kind of, but way more severe and intense.
I'm looking at it, it's way up in the sky.
And it came over our heads.
And it's pretty much on us. It's not even coming towards us, it's on us.
Part of it was like shadowed, and on the top right part of it, you could see just a little tiny sliver of the sun peeking through. And so that's why we were getting a little bit of light, but it was covering up most of the sun.
It covered the sun.
It keeps eclipsing the sun. And as it does this, the day is getting dimmer and dimmer. It's volcanic, and the flames are bright red with fire dancing. I felt like I was being pulled towards this planet, but not so much in a physical sense, but more like in a spiritual sense. I felt like my soul was being lifted from my body.
This is Raptor News, and this is the Dragon's Tail, and that is what they are seeing, the Dragon's Tail. A load of meteorites, hailstones, brimstones in the tail of the dragon.
Will they make a giant loop?
I don't know, that doesn't make any sense. I would see them circling around the horizon there. It doesn't make sense. The period of time they pass through.
It's like red lights or kind of blinking.
No, but there's a lot of them.
There is
like,
a lot of them.
This would be, I mean, like they just don't stop.
Dude,
You're
look
kidding.
at those lights.
Like diamonds. Look, straight ahead diamonds.
See those? Very faint.
I don't see it like
Bright. They're very faint, bright, and sparkles.
What is it?
Again, we can't see it, but they're seeing the brimstones.
They're flashing.
Can you see it on the video? My points. I can't see it on the video. Oh, I see it in the video.
There's a lot. I don't know. Let me go see.
Not people. I can't see it. Now I'm just curious. We forgot about all 8 of our kids.
You can see it from over here.
You can? Okay. Yeah. What is that? I don't know.
So again, it behooves me that in 2020, all these people miss these meteorites that keep going over their heads. There they go again.
Нет, оно течет и на видео.
So there they all are.
Да.
They are not spaceships of the Lord or chariots, because basically God don't waste his time doing a show or display like this. These are straight up just meteorites going over the heads of the damn people. God is showing you the threat, just like he's showing you the planet before it actually really happens. What you're seeing right here is planet Hell lighting up. These are not meteorites. So they function very differently.
Do you see those lights?
So you're going to see them, they're more still than the other ones.
Over there! Come here! Ya nomás quedan 4.
And so again, these are not the meteorites and the hailstones. This is the planet just sitting there on the horizon, and you seeing the pits of hell lighting up. And I don't care if people don't believe it. It is just the truth. If they keep watching and filming that thing, you're going to see it go down on the horizon. It does it every single time all over around the world. We've been watching this on this channel for years. We do know what it is. And just like I said, it's not in a long line. It's just sitting there, a pit burning in the sky. Same thing, Planet Hell. So in broad daylight, that's the same thing they saw. Is these lights just shining in the sky. That is Planet Hell just burning in broad daylight. You know, right on the horizon. You keep watching it, it's going to go down on the horizon and sit on the horizon. You know, usually that's what it does. So again, people.
So y'all, it's going to be a food shortage, right?
And here we start. Refrigerators are down. We're not able to get any food, but I see them and they are working. They are on. Food is cold. You see that? You see that mist? It's working. They're working. But yet, they're telling us we're not able to get any food. That everything's down. Here we start. Yep. It's gone. We're not able, yet they are working. No, they're not going to close it. They're starting. They're starting here. Food shortage. Stuff like that.
I mean, I saw online that, and this is all conspiracies, that all the Walmarts are throwing out food and getting rid of all of their inventory, and people are getting scared because they're like, why?
Yeah. They may be going over there with the hurricane.
No, this is all over the United States. This is all over the United States. They're all packing up all the food. Do you know why? I see your eyes. Well, you better, do you know why? I see your eyes.
If y'all hadn't been up to par with this food shortage coming up, man, you're behind.
The flooding in China. First off, before I say anything, most of our stuff comes from China. Like most of the stuff that we have in our households and we using, it straight say made in China. We see that all day and tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't know that most of our food is also coming from China, like no cap. So them having a flood and ruining so much food for them, that's really gonna impact America. That's gonna impact us a lot, you know what I'm saying? So like, I wanna say, just stock up, make sure y'all stock up on food and get what y'all need to survive, because it's getting real out here. So it says, by this time of year, the rice growing on Wonton's family farm should have been ready to harvest, but instead, heavy flooding has engulfed huge swaths of southern China, including more than 36 acres of rice. You know what I'm saying? He straight even went on there and even to say that the crops have completely failed. His family already lost like 28,000 worth of product. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gone. That's out the window. They can't get that back. The rice was nearly ready to straight harvest and before the flooding. So it takes time to straight grow this stuff. So they was almost at its peak to go ahead and ship to export to America before this flooding happened. They say, but not everything gone. You know what I'm saying? Man, it also destroyed thousands of acres of other people's farmland, which is known as the land of fish and rice. So like, and that was 4,000 miles itself. So the rice and the fish is probably be OV for that for a little while. You know what I'm saying? 70% of the country's rice product, that's 70%. That's most of the rice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's straight crazy. Like, they basically saying that the flood was so bad that it...
Yes, stock up on food, but you're gonna need more than that.
So, real quick, I come to this Walmart every week to do grocery shopping, and I just want you guys to see something here real quick. Everybody talks about a food shortage, and I agree with you. seems to be happening more and more. Now, in my opinion, you're going to see it at a Walmart before you see it anywhere else. I'm opening some of the doors because it is hard to see, but there is nothing in these coolers. I mean, you have a few cartons of milk. Over here, all the cheese is pretty much gone. So, in my opinion, this is a very, very, very bad sign. Because again, I think it's going to hit your Aldis and your Walmarts first. That's all the shopping, that's wherever all the low-income shopping happens. So then now, when people see this, they're going to filter into the bigger supermarkets, the higher-end supermarkets, and you're going to end up with nothing. So, again, I come to this Walmart every week, and it has never, ever been even as close to this empty. Even during the height of the pandemic, it was not like this. So I think the food shortage has taken a turn for the worse. I hope I'm wrong, but my suggestion to everybody out there is get out, do some shopping, make sure that you are prepared. Everybody talks about don't panic buy, don't panic. I'm not telling you to panic buy, I'm telling you to prepare. Too many people in this world today react instead.
As difficult times are approaching, take lots of food and keep it in a safe place. I will be very frank with you, things have already gotten pretty crazy, but they're going to get even crazier. Global food supplies are already tightened, but they will get tighter. When even the United Nations starts using the word Bible to describe the scarcity facing the world, it is a sign that it is too late. Fortunately, we're not facing shortages here in the United States in the short term, but the temporary scarcity of some items is already increasing and food prices are rising aggressively. Earlier today, my wife stopped by the grocery store to buy a few things, and particularly a piece that cost about $12 is now $20. But thanks to the Federal Reserve, this is so low that food prices will fall. The Fed seems absolutely determined to increase inflation, and this will have serious consequences in the coming periods. Right now, we have a window of opportunity before the next wave of problems arises, and I highly recommend using this window of opportunity to buy plenty of food and store it in a safe place. Some people seem to think they will be fine if they have stored enough food for a few months. Unfortunately, this is not the reality of what we are facing. The truth is that you should have enough food to feed every single person in your household for a long time. And most of you will need much more than that. Because when things get really crazy, many friends, neighbors, and extended family members who neglect to prepare will knock on your door.
Massive rains pounding Chongqing and much of Sichuan province over the past few days have led to record-setting floods and alerts and are generating the highest inflow into the vaunted Three Gorges Dam yet this year, surpassing the huge quantities of water seen in 4 previous floods over the past 3 months. In Sichuan and Chongqing, which sit on the upper reaches of the Yangtze River, days of torrential rain have caused numerous floods to break out. The Xinjiang Water Resources Commission (CWRC) of the Ministry of Water Resources at 2 p.m. on Monday announced that the 0.5 flood of this year had formed on the upper reaches of the river and would pass through the Three Gorges Dam with an astonishing inflow rate of 70,000 cubic meters per second, a record for this year. The Sichuan provincial government announced on Sunday that it would send 4 more groups to disaster-stricken areas of Meishan, Yan, Chengdu, and Guanyuan to provide disaster relief, bringing the number of relief groups dispatched across the province to 6. That same day, the Sichuan provincial government dispatched groups to Mianyang and Dayang, 2 other cities where extensive flooding has been reported. The flooding situation in Sichuan and Chongqing can be measured by the water levels of the Yangtze River. The CWRC said that as of 2 p.m. on Monday afternoon, the Kuntan station at the center of Chongqing recorded a flow rate as high as 50,100 cubic meters per second.
Smoke so thick it turned day into night in some areas up north. Kaylee Hartung is in California with the latest near that massive North Complex fire scorching more than 250,000 acres. Good morning, Kaylee.
Hey, good morning, Michael. It has been an extremely difficult firefight here. We're just off of Lake Oroville. 2 wildfires converged here, and when those flames met, it exploded in the middle of the night. That meant authorities were struggling to notify people asleep in their beds. This home, one of thousands caught in that destructive path. You see that flame still burning, and you can feel the heat still coming out from underneath this wreckage. This fire burned so hot, it melted glass. That means temperatures were around 3,000 degrees.
Side fire has scorched more than 40,000 acres near the city of Estacada. Mandatory evacuations are underway, with residents being told to leave immediately. Now, in the town of
Lembas claim to be descendants of ancient Israelites?
Not claim, they are.
They are.
Hey, it's Saturday, September the 12th, 2020. I'm here at River City Travel Center in Little Rock, Arkansas. And this camera doesn't do justice, but there is an infestation of green grasshoppers or locusts. They're on the outside of the door entrance, and there's an invisible entity murmuring crazy. I believe it's that Nigerian witch who wanted to get citizenship through me, but I'm filming these. This is the door entrance. Green grasshoppers inside of the transit. There's more up here. They're also in the bathroom. Right here, and right here. Somebody's getting ready to come inside. Just thought I would film this for the record. Green locust grasshoppers